Why are we so afraid of death? We're going to talk about it on today's episode.
We are lifers, and this is Magic for Life.
What's up, lifers? Michael Johnson here with the Magic for Life podcast, and I'm excited that you've joined me today with this beautiful scenery. Once again, we're here. You can see this amazing sunset, and I came out here to talk with you a little bit about that subject, right? Why are we so afraid of death? Why are we so afraid of not living? Well, here's the short of it. We are hardwired for this. We're hardwired to want to stay alive, want to preserve life. And because of this, there is a natural fear of it. We have a fight or flight system, and our fight or flight system says to us, hey, you know what? You are needing to stay alive. You need to do whatever you can to try to keep yourself alive, because we're supposed to multiply, we're supposed to have experiences, we're supposed to learn about the things in life that are most important to us. We're supposed to find a way to share our experiences with the world and help make the world a better place. What are some of the reasons? You have to ask yourself that. What are some of the reasons that you have for needing to stay alive? Lots of reasons, right? Now, the interesting thing is that we have plenty of reasons. We have plenty of reasons. And it's an interesting thing, right? Because the world we live in at times tries to challenge us, and it tries to say, oh, you know what? You have to do this, or you need to live up to this standard, or you have to do this thing, or you have to do that thing. And yet the truth of the matter is that you don't have to do anything. You don't have to excel. You don't have to help other people. You don't have to do anything. But we're constantly looking for a purpose in life. We're constantly looking for that thing that is going to give us meaning, right? And that's really what we're after. So why are we afraid of death? Well, because we're hardwired to be afraid of death. It is built in, right? You hear a loud noise, you duck. Why? Because we're trying to just protect our body. You hear a gunshot, and of course you're afraid and you're nervous, right? Why? Because we're trying to stay alive. This fight or flight system is built in so perfectly that we'll do whatever it takes. And this is really cool, right? Because if it wasn't like that, there wouldn't be these cool autonomic functions that are built into our systems, right? And one of them is simple. One of the autonomic functions is that if you hold your breath too long, well, it's pretty easy. If you hold your breath too long, you pass out. Why? Because you have a built-in system inside of you that says, hey, you're not getting enough air, you need more air. And because you need more air, our system will just kick us off, right? And then we'll start to breathe again. And that's the hope. This is why if you're underwater and you need air and your brain says, nope, you've got to breathe, that's partially why you would drown. Now, that's a little bit morbid, I understand that. But the truth of the matter is easy. You have to realize that we are built to survive. We're built to stay alive. Man, that's comforting, right? But at the same time, we have a finite lifespan. So now we have this contradictory thing. We have this other side of the coin, and the other side of the coin says, hey, you are going to try to stay alive no matter what. And the flip side is that you're going to die no matter what. You're saying, Michael, I came here for some inspiration. Why in the heck are you telling me this horrible, like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. You're going to die? That's what you came here to tell me? Yeah, actually, yeah, you're going to die. You are going to die, and there is nothing you can do about it. There has yet to be an experience. There has yet to be any sort of technology that can keep you alive any longer than you're going to be alive. And so one of the things you can take comfort in is that you are going to die. Okay. And I say it half smiling, half with a grin on my face, because it's inevitable. You just have no choice in the matter. Okay. So now we've got that out of the way. And so then we ask ourselves, why are we afraid? Why are we afraid of death? because we don't know what's going to happen afterwards. You've got this religion, you've got that religion, you've got all sorts of people and belief systems that say this is what's going to happen. Is that true? I don't know. You might believe that. And in your belief system, you might totally believe that, whatever that is, right? You might say, hey, in my belief system, this is what is going to happen afterwards. Do we know that's the case? You might have some faith that says, hey, I have faith that this is what's going to happen. And a lot of people take comfort in that faith of this is what's going to happen when I pass away. Okay, well, that's great. That's great. I'm not telling you not to believe that. What I am saying is that it is inevitable. It is indeed inevitable. And here's what I have to say for you. Because it's inevitable, you know it's going to happen no matter what. What's the next logical choice? The next logical choice is that instead of being afraid of death, you can actually do the opposite. You can say, you know what, when my time comes, then my time comes. I don't get to choose. I can do things that are safer or not safe. I can do things that are risky or not risky. I don't get to choose though. I get to actually say, hey, you know what? I am going to live life. I'm going to spend my time in every minute. I'm going to enjoy the beautiful sunset that is. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? And I brought you out here to this setting on purpose because I wanted to make sure that we reiterated the beauty of what's going on. I mean, look out there. I don't know if you can see it. There's, a random bird flying here or there. There's all sorts of beautiful things happening out in nature. This is amazing. And I wanted you to be able to experience this as we talked about the idea that every minute is indeed important. Every minute is the thing that we're really trying to do. There is no need to fear something that is going to happen no matter what. And there isn't anything you can do about it. The sun goes down every day, right there. And there's nothing I can do about it. Not a single thing. And tomorrow it will rise, whether I'm here or whether I'm not. And because of that, you've got to understand that we are a piece in the system. We are a cog in this wheel. And our responsibility is to live every minute. Our responsibility is to take in the experiences of the day. Our responsibility is to enjoy the emotions that we have to experience. And this is a big deal. I mean, when we say this, this is alluding to this concept and this idea that there is unconditional appreciation. Right? Let me give you another great view as this sunset goes down, right? See out there? That's beautiful, right? What a cool view. I'm just going to pull me out of that, right? And when we look at that, it reminds you very simply, right? It's a beautiful view. That lake is going to do what that lake is going to do. That sunset is going to do what it's going to do. We are going to do what we are going to do. This is a big deal. I mean, when you have that kind of view behind you, oh, it's amazing. And it reminds us to appreciate what's going on in our life. It reminds us to appreciate the beauty that's in this world. It reminds us to appreciate the fact that we don't have to do anything at all and the sun will come up tomorrow. We don't have to do anything at all and the sun will go down tomorrow. Tomorrow's weather is going to be different. There's going to be different people that come in and out of your life. But to fear death is not really a worthy fear. Why? Because it's inevitable, right? So the logic isn't there. But the logic does exist behind an idea, behind the understanding that we indeed can do one thing about it right now. We can live every minute. We can live every single minute. And I'll show you one more time this beautiful sunset. And I hope the camera is getting the best view of this, but I mean, look at this. You've gotten to see it go down during this conversation that we're having. Fearing death is not really worth it. Spend all your energy, spend all your time experiencing the world around you. It could be another person, it could be a kiss, it could be the beautiful sunset, It could be an experience, good or bad. You have to find some composure with the idea that you can actually appreciate the bad experiences, the things that aren't going your way, the things that don't work out the way you want. And when you start to appreciate those things, you can start to gracefully accept the fact that your time is limited. It's long, right? But it is limited indeed. And you have the ability to experience every minute to its fullest. So that's what I'd like to invite you to do today. I'd like you to take and and recommit to this life, right? And understand that there is so much there for you. There's so many things available for you to really enjoy and really take advantage of in the world, right? And I'm talking like all sorts of amazing things. I mean, do you remember how great it is to have a milkshake, right? That first sip. Oh, do you remember the beauty of being out in a space where it's beautiful like this? Do you remember the experience of somebody giving you a hug? Go do those things. Go experience those things. Go feel in full effect. Don't fear death. It's going to happen. But live life. I hope this has made a difference for you. We'll see you on the next episode. Take care.